My name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I am the host of Kingdom Things Podcast. On Kingdom Things Podcast, I channel and amalgamate energies and messages from all of infinite creation, from the multiverse, from God, from the Most High, creator energy, from Allah, from Goddess, from the central sun. Whatever you like to call the power, the force, the energy behind all of infinite creation, that is who I work for. That is who I work for. That is who ushered me into position. That is who purposed me and created me and crafted me, alchemized me to be Ashley Nicole Phillips in this lifetime, to assist with this transitionary phase in not only humanity's history, not only planet Earth's history, but also the history of all of infinite creation, the history of all of the multiverse. I'm super excited. On this Kingdom Things meetup, I typically channel energies from the multiverse, right? And that's what we've done on the Kingdom Things meetups, is to channel the energies from the multiverse, different figures and beings from the multiverse. On this installment of Kingdom Things meetup, we sit down and we chat with, we converse and alchemize this creation, this video with Ismael Perez, the author of Our Cosmic Origin. Ismael Perez, the author of Our Cosmic Origin. He is also a remembering, as our journey, we're always remembering, remembering, spirit, soul, spiritual being, having a human experience. He was seated with the information, with the remembrance of much of the workings of our multiverse, of the cosmos, in order to assist with this shift in humanity's history. I'm excited for this. So enjoy any energies or messages that you resonate with, whatever resonates with your heart. You're more than welcome to align with and utilize those energies and messages on your own journey of expansion and self-acceptance, self-love, self-integration. So this is an interview or a sit-down chat, a chat-up. This is a chat-up with myself, Ashley, and Ismael Perez on this Kingdom Things meetup. Enjoy. Oh, how are you doing today?
I'm well. Hi. I'm sorry for inconvenience. I was trying to do it on my laptop.
Everything happens for a reason. It's perfectly fine. I'm glad you're able to make it.
Thank you.
Glad you're able to make it. So Ismael, my name is Ashley. I am the host of Kingdom Things Podcast. I channel energies and messages from all of infinite creation, or the multiverse. So I'm a channel for the multiverse. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time back into the world, connecting with another physical being in my new form, like walking in my purpose. So it's a big deal for me. I'm sure, when you began to walk in your purpose, it was a thing with communicating with people and just how do I communicate in my new essence. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. So if I'm a little nervous, I'm excited. But I know that you're a piece of part of the big puzzle. We're all, when we start walking in our purpose, we are all parts of the whole puzzle. So I know that you're providing energies that are coming from me to alchemize something that's needed in the world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being on Kingdom Things Podcast. So
thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. So one of the downloads that I got from God, because I was afraid, because this is not our first flight. This is not our first time walking in our purpose, shining light on the earth plane in order to make a difference. So we have fears of being prosecuted and all that extra stuff within. So it was a big thing for me, leaping over that boundary, that hurdle. God was like, it's okay, like we've already eradicated we eradicated those energies that would have persecuted you in the past. So it's just playing out in your reality, but it's already done. You're okay. You're safe. The cabal. Who and what was the cabal? The powers that were, let's say past tense, the powers that were. Who and what was the cabal?
It was a group of individuals who were genetically related that have been running this world for thousands of years in a very, very negative manner, where it allowed the persecution of humanity, the poisoning of humanity, the downgrading of humanity, in a sense where they kept us at a very low level of thinking, while they had access to the real knowledge, metaphysics,
and what we're walking into, what we're transitioning back into.
Exactly, and exactly, and they're the reasons why oppression has existed for thousands of years. They came into power during the times of Babel. The Babylonian Empire was their first attempt at what we call world domination, and it's failed, many times.
Okay.
And so that's why they're failing in their final attempt at, bringing about the NWO.
Okay.
So they're the powers that were. Their time is up.
We said NWO. Oh, you meant New World Order.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just breaking it down, because I know a lot of the people that will come across this video, they're awakening. They already know this on a soul level, but they're just remembering. So I want to make sure. So New World Order, and the New World Order that we're speaking of with the cabal is one that is oppressive to society versus uplifting to society. I know that part of my purpose is to assist with transitioning humanity into the remembering of our cosmic essence, our infinite essence, our eternal essence, our soul essence, versus when we were under the thumb of the cabal, we worked from our egos, our earth personalities, which are just karmic DNA ancestral patterns that we repeat over and over again that are suppressive, and they're not for the highest good of ourselves and not the highest good of creation, infinite creation. So one thing that I'm being guided to emphasize from the other aspects of self, the divine aspects of self, God, other aspects of self, divine aspects of self, is to emphasize humanity. It's happening. The changes are happening. The transition is happening. That's not the question. The question is, how do we want it to happen? Do we want to be a transition of ease and grace, or do we want to have catastrophes that force us to go within to confront the energies that need to be alchemized in order to bring about the new reality, the new world that is one that is to uplift, be uplifting to humanity, and be driven by the upliftment of humanity, energy of humanity. The energy of humanity, which was intended to be unconditional love. So the next part of my questioning, well, the next part of the discussion is, and again, this is more of a, you're part of the piece of the puzzle. You have a varying piece of the puzzle. I have a varying piece of the puzzle. It might seem and look different, but it's a part of the same image. And that's something that God wants me to emphasize, is that we might seem and look different colors, different shapes, different perceptions of what reality is, different perceptions on how to perceive what reality is, but we're all a part of the same big puzzle. So you might have a different take, I might have a different take, but it's the same story. It's the same story playing out. It's the same story playing out. So I have my downloaded information from God on the purpose of humanity, and I know ours are similar. So if you can explain your understanding of the purpose of the human being and the earth experience, that would be really amazing. I'd appreciate it.
The overall purpose of being a human is growth, is spiritual growth. Right. We volunteer to come into this dimension in order to expand. And we are the lucky souls, because many races out there wanted to embody the bodies that were, given to us. I
channeled that the other day. On Kingdom Things podcast, I channeled that we are all really fit to be here and to be a part of this transition. It was an admissions process. You didn't just get to walk into the earth experience. You have to have certain credentials, and you had to be able to fit the purpose that humanity was being purposed for. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. So we came here for various reasons. Since we've already completed the ascension process as the old souls in the universe or multiverse. We come from the future. We come from parallel Earths, parallel realities, but we all come with a coding. And just like you said, every single one of us is a piece of the greater puzzle. So we came here to save not only the Earth, but to save the organic way of life. And as the old souls, we are going to lead the way in this new Earth. We're going to be an example to the younger souls, the Earth Terrans, who are still at a very low level of consciousness. And so, we are going to be their teachers in the new Earth structure. We're going to be just like it was in Egypt, just like it was in Atlantis. We're going to resurrect the ancient mystery school teachings, the rites of initiation, of spiritual evolution. And we are going to be leading that. And, our purpose here is to pretty much become an example to the Earth souls, the Earth Terrans, because we are extraterrestrials. Right. We are angels, we are celestials, and we are currently embodying a third dimensional body.
Right. Yeah. And one thing that's coming in that the other divine aspects of self want me to emphasize that with us being here, we're higher vibrational beings. So we carry higher vibrational energies to alchemize and create on this earth plane. We are assisting with the creation. Archangel Michael wants to make it very clear that we're not saints, we're not saviors, and we're not slaves for the human race. We are not saints, we are not saviors, we are not slaves for the human race. We are here to lead by example, shine our light to allow the other souls that have not evolved to the levels in which other souls have evolved to tap into that energy, to work their way up into that energy and to evolve themselves within themselves. So that's a big thing that wants to come through, is that we're not here to be a saint or savior. We're here to be our fullest selves, shine our light, to be a beacon of light so that other souls go within and learn and grow and know that they have the potential to reach and exceed, the higher vibrational energies that are being alchemized on the earth plane.
Exactly.
And then the earth experiment. I want to share the download that I got a few days ago. And you just work off of that and let me know your perspective on this. So there's a lot of dysfunctional families is a big thing. Dysfunctional families is a big thing. And then we have our societies in which we are very much so, we let our differences break us apart rather than learning and growing from our differences within each other. I got the download that this is the human race in our DNA. We have galactic ancestry from all over the multiverse. So really we're playing out galactic wars and feuds from all over the multiverse, but it's tempered. It's tempered. If it was to the max, it could have been, this planet would have been over. But God told me, I tempered it. I put y'all all there to work out all the kinks, but I tempered it so you are not full force with the beef. What is your perspective on the alchemy of? So let me just finish. So God put us all here to work out all of the issues of the multiverse in order to alchemize the unconditional love, the new creator God energy, to uplift and regenerate all of the creation, all of the multiverse. So that was my download that I got. If you could piggyback or give your view on your piece of the puzzle of the Earth experiment.
I agree. I believe that exactly everything you said is absolutely true. And, we're playing out everything that has ever happened in the multiverse as one final, release of old energies so that we could begin a new era, not only for Earth, but a new era for the entire universe. And so, our purpose here is manifold. Our real mission begins after the ascension, when our dormant DNA becomes activated, and then we are going to be the most powerful beings in the multiverse. And that's why every being out there, in a sense, is hoping, sees us as the hope, and they see us as galactic royalty. And so we're going to be an example to not only the Earth Terrans, but we're also going to be an example to many other races out there who are all watching us right now. All eyes are on us right now.
Right. And we're going to be an example of how to be and live and play the game of infinite creation. So growing and evolving with more love and compassion for ourselves and for others. God channeled through me that creation started to become a Ponzi scheme where you really only wanted to help people that could help you, but God wants us to create and be out of love and compassion from our heart spaces. So that is something that humanity is going to assist with the multiverse, to be a beacon of light, of being in more love and compassion, a different aspect of love and compassion, a more heart-centered, heart-driven love and compassion. I want to say that I saw the release. I had a vision, and I saw the release of the energy of the unconditional love from Earth. It was like this whole thing, but I saw the release. So I know that it's already happened. We are just working it out in physical form. I channeled, and this is published in Kingdom Things podcast. It's not a secret. We have the 144,000 Archangel Michael Light Warriors. We have you channel 13 leaders of this brigade. I channeled 12, but the 12 I channeled, it's basically one soul essence, but incarnated in two separate bodies. So the twin flame. So 12 twin flame couples are leading the 144,000. But it's not in the way that our human ego wants to term leading like a boss. It's more of an alchemy, an energetic leading. So we're alchemizing and going within to see the parts of self, the cabal the cabal is a manifestation of energies that we hold within ourselves. We have to realize that everything that's around us is within us as well. So the 12 couples or the 12 twin flames, we have the task of being forerunners to go within, to look at ourselves and look at these energies that created the things like the cabal. Look at these energies with an objective view and face ourselves in order to alchemize these energies within and emanate that unconditional love that all of humanity is to embody, that cosmic, futuristic, unconditional love. Exactly. I've already started embodying this. So I'm able to perceive different levels of reality. And I channeled this in the Kingdom Things podcast. We call it psychic abilities. But what it really is, it's us stepping back into our true form, our infinite creator energy, where we can perceive the different energies around us. We can perceive, if I do this, this is what's going to happen. If I act this way, this is what's going to happen. So it's not so much of seeing the future, but it's being more perceptive of the energies that you are, because we are everything that's around us. It's just us coming back into the realization of our galactic heritage of our infinite creation embodiment. So within our DNA, it's understanding that we carry the energies of all of creation, and not just looking at the things that we like, but also looking at things that we don't like, because it's coming in. If we do not slow down as a society, I'm saying we, humanity, we're one. If humanity, we don't slow down and take heed to the energies within that created things like the cabal, we have to slow down. There's no choice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to slow down to take heed to these energies that's within us as individuals and within the collective, because we cannot create what we created in the past again. If we don't slow down and take heed to ourselves, we would only create what we created in the past again. And that can't happen. That can't happen. So we have to slow down and go within. This is not a threat, but if we don't take the initiative to slow down ourselves, our soul essences are going to manifest things in our realities to make us slow down. Our souls are going to manifest things in our reality to make us slow down, such as the hurricane in Florida. Much love to all of the souls, beings, humans that were impacted by the hurricane in Florida. These events are manifested by our souls, our soul essences, everything that just like when we incarnate, we have certain things that we want to experience on a soul level to learn, grow, and expand. Do you have any foresight as to the transition? Are there any things downloads that you received as far as the transitionary phase into moving into the reality in which humans are acting and being as infinite creators and evolving on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis, versus before, when we were in our ego state, operating from our ego versus our souls, where we were stagnant in life? Do you have any insights as far as a transitionary period, what that looks like, and how we can make it a period of ease and grace for humanity and all of infinite creation?
It looks very positive. We are, reaching a lot of people through our own example. The fact that a lot of people are doing the work by clearing and balancing out the duality, polarity within themselves, it's actually affecting the collective. And as more people begin to do that shadow work, to begin to release that old negative emotional density that we carry from past wombs, the more we're going to help the collective. And I think that's what's happening at this point. And collectively, we are lifting or alchemizing, as you would say, the dense energies of the planet. And as that continues to proceed, we are going to witness more natural disasters, because that's the Earth's way of purifying herself. And without any fear, of course, because we know that as long as we hold that high vibrational frequency, we will be protected. And like I said, our first heroic act, when our dormant DNA becomes activated, could be right before, the Earth decides to reach a high level of purge. And, and I believe that, that's when we will emerge as heroes. And through the opening up of the portals, we're going to be, shifting people to the new Earth, and of course, leaving the wicked behind, as prophesied in all the religious books.
Right.
And that's the purpose of the 144,000, as the elect, the soldiers of Christ.
Right. Yeah. So a big thing I talk to Father Mother Gaia. I channel energies and communications through Father Mother Gaia. She wants us to know that she has a masculine aspect. So I normally say Mother Gaia, but Father Mother Gaia is wanting this transition to be as smooth as possible. She doesn't want a lot of natural. She doesn't want all that calamity. Mm-hmm. She'll do it to balance herself. But she doesn't want it. So the biggest thing that I want to emphasize through this interaction is that we have the power. We have the power on how this plays out. So it's understanding that we have the power, and it's not externalizing any of the power to the 144,000, not externalizing to the power to your government, but understanding that you have the power. Spend at least 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day concurrently sitting with yourself, meditating to be able to view those parts of yourself that hold energies that manifested the cabal. View those parts of yourself that you don't look at because you don't term them pleasurable or worthy of love. All of you is worthy of love. Is understanding that every part of you is a part of you for a reason, because it serves a purpose. Just like, even though like it's terrible and it's gross and it's nasty, the cabal served a purpose in the history of humanity to bring humanity to come into who humanity is, to come into what humanity is. Just like every part of ourselves serve a purpose, and God wants everyone to know that everything in existence serves a purpose. So it's acknowledging everything in existence and appreciating everything in existence for what everything in existence is unfolding. Your next steps can only be taken if you took your previous steps. I agree. I'm excited. We just talked about the importance of going within. So y'all go within to make this transitionary phase into new realities smooth and with ease and grace. Because I always pray ease and grace, ease and grace, ease and grace. But it can only be as easy and graceful as we allow it to be. And a lot of the times our ego tries to hold on to the old, and that's what really causes the friction, is us trying to hold on to what was. We have to go with follow your own intuitive nudges as you take your own intuitive steps and get to know yourself. Exactly. The new reality will unfold with ease and grace. The new reality will unfold with ease and grace.
That is so true.
Before we wrap up, if you can give us a synopsis of your book and plug your book, I would love that.
Sure. Yeah, my book reveals galactic history going back to billions of years of galactic existences in other worlds, all the way from Lyra, which was the cradle of human society. Yeah. And I cover also deeper than that. I go into the multiverse and the organization of cosmos.
I'm sorry. I want to thank you for being in your purpose, because my guys directed me to your video when you talked about the 13, and then you talked about the levels of creation, and then you talked about the Paladorian race.
Yeah, the Paladors. The seal is it's a covenant, but there is a race called the Paladorians, who were the first race that ascended during the first universe.
Oh shit!
Yeah, our original ancestors. They even preceded the Lyrans.
Wow, my guys directed me to your video, and whenever I'm being upgraded into a new aspect of self, when a new higher vibrational essence of self wants to come in to assist me with my purpose in this life right now, I have to first acknowledge that that's a part of who I am. And they come in, and you said that, and then I was activated in that knowing and that remembrance. And I just want to thank you for walking in your purpose, because it helps me a lot. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to leave a big print in this lifetime and assisting with this transition. And it's difficult for me because I really just want to chill. I just want to chill. I just want to be low key. I don't really want to do much. I want to help. But I don't want to be out there. But my guys are like, you have to be out there because that's a part of your purpose. Like in the spirit world, I'm a giant in the spirit world. And I get here and I'm like shy. So I want to thank you for walking in your purpose, because it helps me a lot. It helps me a lot. And I know we're kindred souls. I know on the spirit side, they're laughing at us because we're sitting here like we don't know each other. But I know on the soul level, we do know each other. I'm aware of this. I know this. I want to thank you for walking in your purpose, for helping me out. Helping me remember who I am. And I hope that I'm helping you remember a bit of yourself as well, because I know you on a soul level. I want to let you know that. And I know you on a soul level. I'm going to start crying. I don't want to cry. finish talking about your book, please. Finish talking about your book.
Sure. So I cover a lot of, I bridge the gap between ancient metaphysics and cutting edge science, and explaining the different dimensions, the different categories of advanced civilizations, revealing the true history of the Earth, how it connects to the galactic history, and much more. I talk about the rise of Homo Galactus, the next stage of human evolution, which is the rise of the starseed nations on Earth. I talk about the position of the equinoxes in great detail, and cosmic cycles. So it's deep. Oh, and I also reveal the new coming world structure of 22 federated regions, and how and the establishment of the new Commonwealth of Nations. So it's a book that just it's amazing. It's taking the world by storm, and it's available on Amazon. So you can just order it whenever you guys are ready to get it.
Please do, because it helps us get that foresight. Again, a lot of souls that haven't evolved to those spaces and places in reality, those vibrations of reality, they can't pick up that foresight because it's not in their Akashic record. Let me put that. The only reason that I am being ushered into my position is because of my Akashic record. It's not my ego. It's not my ego personality. It's my Akashic record. A lot of souls can't foresee these things that you talk about or even understand it at all. And they think it's just gibberish because their Akashic record doesn't have that to ring with it. They can't ring. It can't be like, oh, that sounds familiar, because it's not in their Akashic record. So pick up the book, and it'll help you understand what's unfolding in reality. It'll help you expand your mind so you can understand there's so much outside of reality than what you were programmed into. And that's really what this time is in transitioning out of the conformity. Like, we can create whatever we want to create, but it's transitioning out of the fact that you can be into the fact that you can be whatever you want to be. You can create whatever you want to create. Exactly. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for showing up. I know we're Kendra Souls, feel it. And I'm getting communications, like they're laughing on the other side in the spirit realm, like the other spirit realm. They're laughing because we know each other. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for walking in your purpose. Thank you for working your piece of the puzzle. As all we can do is go within, begin to activate ourselves. Activation is it's the experience of life. You're walking closer to divinity. So it's the whole thing of life is coming closer to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Love on yourself, which I love to say. Love on yourself, every part of yourself. Acknowledge yourself. Thank you so much, Ismael. I want to thank you. Thank you so much. I hope
you're welcome, Ash.
I know we'll meet again. But I want to thank you for showing up, for pulling up.
You're welcome, Ashley. My pleasure. And likewise, keep walking in your truth and keep doing what you're doing. And thank you for being here as well.
Yeah, for sure. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed the meetup. I feel like, when you were in grade school and the teacher like rolled in the trolley with the TV on it, and at the beginning of the day, you already knew the teacher wasn't on. She wasn't on it. She wasn't on it. She wasn't trying to, she just rolled the TV in, like, we're just gonna pop in some movies today. That's how I feel. I feel that excitement on the inside with this installment of Kingdom Things meetup. Because channeling the energies, I feel the energies in my body. So it's taxing. It is taxing on my body. So this is an exciting switch up. I do love channeling. I love channeling. I love it because it brings me closer to my truth. It reminds me of my truth. It keeps me grounded in my truth. My eternal essence. So I love channeling. It's also healing for myself. It is also healing for myself as much as it's intended to be healing for humanity and everyone who encounters the videos, the channels. But I'm super excited. I hope you were able to take away something from my meetup with Ismael, again, author of Our Cosmic Origin. Go pick that read up for sure. Check that read out. Again, this transitionary phase in our society, it is like we have the reins. We get to decide how it plays out. We get to decide how our changes in our lives play out. How do we get to consciously configure our lives? By going within. Again, spending that 30 minutes concurrently. The reason why I'm laughing, because in the video, I was channeling the whole time. In the video, like, I was going to say, like, you can break the 30 minutes up throughout your day. They were like, no, 30 minutes concurrently. Specifically. So spending that 30 minutes concurrently, and the other divine aspects of self. So think of like God. other divine aspects of self, high vibrational spirits, Archangel Michael, angels, Archangel Michael. It was Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael says, Archangel Michael says, in order to assist in this period in becoming conscious creators of our lives, helping us transition into our new realities, our realities that are abundant, joyful, loving, and, you know, our soul's truest, deepest desires. In order for our soul's truest, deepest desires to manifest in our realities, we have to go within, be with ourselves, meditate at least 30 minutes a day. Spend that quiet time with yourself at least 30 minutes a day so you can start becoming the conscious creator of your life. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this Kingdom Things podcast meetup. Ismael, thank you again so much for adding your energy, your presence to this Kingdom Things podcast meetup. I love you. Love on yourself. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you're worthy of that. Self-love is the best love because it activates the God or goddess within. Self-love is the best love because it helps you transition into your new reality, expanded reality, blissful reality with ease and grace. Bye.